Okay, well, this is the vegetable garden um, where about late May, going into Memorial Day weekend, and I'd say we probably got about 2.5 months of growth so far, and it's just exploding right now. It's just unbelievable how fast um, things grow here in this part of the country. Most of what you're seeing in the garden is wild tomato plants, and and there's a few that we planted, and but the majority of them were just seeds from the previous year when there was just so much tomatoes. I mean, we had tomatoes bumper crop after bumper crop, and couldn't even pick them all. So they would fall and kind of just get mixed into the soil along with the compost. You know, when I would get in here and till, those seeds would just get mixed right back into the soil, and then lo and behold, they just start sprouting. You know, this time of the year, or during spring, and they continue to do so. But what the plants there in the middle, those are sunflowers. You can see one there that's pointing towards the sun. The sun rises in that direction to the east. Here's another one here. We had another one earlier that didn't make it so well, and I think I can see why. See those little bugs right there climbing up the leaves? Well, as soon as that sunflower opened up, they attacked it. It just went and devoured it. Didn't even last like a day. So this time, or today, this weekend, I'm going to be spraying and try to get those critters off of there. You can see they're already eating the leaves. Quite a lot of damage. Other than that, then some of the other plants we have down there is squash. You can see there's one sprouting down there. It's just starting to take off. The yellow flowers, that's going to be your squash. They're opened up like that. It's the female waiting to be pollinated. And that just happens when you got so many bugs in here that eventually a bug or a fly or a butterfly, something will fly in there, a bee, and land on the male and get that powder on its legs, and then it flies over to the next one, which is a female, and he'll go in there and get that nectar, and that powder that's on its legs will get rubbed off onto the female flower, and then that's what causes the pollination. This is a really good, healthy tomato plant right here. I'm pretty sure this one's been sprouting tomatoes, but I don't see any on there now. There's the little yellow flowers that are starting, and that's the same thing. Those will get pollinated by something. There's that one over there. It's got even more. You see all the little yellow flowers. It's interesting how with vegetables they seem to be yellow flowers, and I think that's to attract the the bee or the butterfly or whatever's flying around. It's like a road sign saying, "Here, come here." There's a tomato plant. We got a few growing there. This one has already produced a whole bunch. And my wife picked them. What I like about that particular tomato plant, I think, is the one that it's a bigger tomato, like a beefsteak. But most of these other ones in here, they're the smaller ones, the cherry tomatoes. And what I like about those is that they put them out fast, and they ripen really fast. And in doing so, it's so quick that they can't get attacked by bugs and pesticides, and then we don't have to spray. My whole goal is not having to put anything on these vegetables, and keeping them as organic and natural as possible. So that's my goal. As you can see, that doesn't always turn out to be so easy. There's a pepper right there. There's a few peppers in there. I know that we've gotten some off of it already. And you can see a nice one, 2 of them, 3 of them growing. They'll probably be ready in about 3 or 4 days. So let's see, what else is growing over there? Over here, this is an interesting veggie we got growing this year. This is our celery. This is the first time that we've grown celery. I think this is probably about ready to be harvested. Look at those stalks. Yeah. And that was my wife. All she did was she just took the husk of a celery that was getting ready to go out for compost, and just planted that in the ground. And then this is what you get. Over here, that's asparagus. Asparagus, they're kind of weird. It takes years for them to be prolific producers of stalks. Usually about 3, 4. By the 4th year, you should really start getting some good stalks. This year, I think we got, I don't know, about a half a dozen, maybe a dozen. And you're supposed to prune these ferns, but I swear they grow back like in 2 days. They're back to this size. But that encourages the stalks, but the stalks should be coming up anyway. So I'm thinking this is a 3rd year asparagus plant. So I'm pretty sure that next season is when we're going to get the big bumper crop. And it's very hardy. It'll die off the top part come winter time, and you think it's dead, but it actually it's not, because it's below ground. Here's a stalk right here. See that one? That's one that didn't get. That one should have actually been cut. Right when it's about 4 to 6 inches out of the ground, it should have been cut, but it got away. So, yeah. And then over here, this is a romaine lettuce over here. I think that's what that is. We had a lot more. We had a lot of lettuce in here, and we already harvested most of it. But right in this area here, there's a chicken. Lettuce grows really good because we have this big oak tree is perfect for putting out shade, especially in the summertime. So you can grow these cool season veggies. Here's a chicken. Chickens love to go inside the vegetable garden. There's all kinds of little bugs and stuff. They go in there, crickets, grasshoppers. They just like to wander around in there. Where'd she go? There she is. She's just walking around in there, looking around, doing chicken stuff. You hear the goat in the background. There's the horses. Everybody just got fed. What you doing? What you doing in there? Uh-oh, you got company. You got company. Big girl. We lost our rooster a few weeks ago. He got killed here in the chicken coop by some rat snakes. I made a video about that. That was very, very, very disheartening. Very, very upset. Still upset over that. We raised him from just a baby. I caught the snakes. There was 2 of them. They were here in the nesting box. Whoa! Sorry about that. Somebody's taking care of business. Excuse me. And it took all the self-discipline that I had to not take it out on them, take the shovel to them. So I just relocated them. And although the 3rd one that we came across near the front of the house, that guy didn't fare so well. He started coming around the front door. That's a little too close. Now I got traps. These are snake traps. So far, that's one I got off of Amazon. They say it works really good. It's just a minnow trap. One inside there is that's a homemade one. There's another one right here. The concept is that the snake will come in over there